Hello everyone, I'm Sean Bonet, and this is my presentation on Peninsula B&B. My proposed product service offering is a bed and breakfast. As I've mentioned in the discussion forums, I've been operating an Airbnb at my home in Orlando for the past going on 4 months. I've absolutely fell in love with the diverse culture and all of the different guests, ranging from European to Latin American and Asian countries. I chose to do this bed and breakfast on a little bit larger scale, but still cozy compared to the, several thousand room hotels that are in the area. My bed and breakfast would have 5 rooms and sleep 21 people between the beds and cots. We would also offer a great brunch buffet open to the public on weekends only with an assortment of comfort foods and made to order omelets and such. I chose an LLC to keep my business and personal life separate from each other. If somebody, God forbid, wanted to sue me and the business, then they would not have access to my personal assets. This also has benefits with taxes and being able to have a tax ID number rather than giving out your social security number. Besides me living in Orlando, Florida for at least the next several years, I chose Orlando to be home for Peninsula B&B because it is the tourist destination of the United States. Over 70 million visitors annually visit the Orlando area, 115 million visitors for the state of Florida annually. And it's more than theme parks like they're pictured here. There are over 20 new attractions that have come to Orlando in just the last year. Also, over 100 brand new restaurants in the last 5 years. One thing I've learned from operating an Airbnb is that all of these tourists, there are some that like to stay like a local and get into the neighborhoods. So we would have a renovated home be the bed and breakfast. Our mission would be to provide a space to relax, stay, and play like a local. Our vision is to become one of the premier hospitality destinations in Orlando, and our values include accountability, respect, care, and convenience. There's no shortage of competition in the Orlando area with the hotel and hospitality market growing almost 1% every year. There are over 2,000 short-term rentals, or what we call Airbnbs, or homestays or instant hotels in the area, and 144,000 hotel rooms. Prices range from $69 a night to the thousands. But I find that the competition is lacking. Hotels lack personality. I've met many people and talked to them about why they chose an instant hotel rather than the big chain hotels. And it's personality. They want to feel the character and get to meet the host. Some people have told me about their horror stories of other instant hotel stays on sites such as Airbnb and said it was shocking that my particular listing was actually everything and more than it said it would be. So people have to be careful when they're booking on some of those that it isn't everything that they say it will be. My marketing and pricing strategy is geared towards everyone. Everyone needs a place to stay. We're geared towards families, single travelers, and business travelers here, not to have fun, but to go to a convention or represent their business. And then couples as well looking for a romantic getaway without the kids. I'm going to charge $300 per night for the smaller rooms and $400 per night for the two large rooms. This will include breakfast, parking, and Wi-Fi. Thinking of a couple even or a family of four, including breakfast is huge when even to go to your local diner or mom and pop place, you could easily drop $100 with tip and ours will be included. The brunch buffet will be at an excellent price at $25.99 per guest. When the average Food spend in the city of Orlando is $56 a person per day. We're coming in well under that. My marketing costs could be projected at 8% of our income, but I don't think we'd ever afford that. That's why we'll use sites like Airbnb and HomeAway to get our message out. Airbnb and HomeAway are both around 2 million listings. Airbnb alone has 150 million users. Maintaining a rather simple and conservative sales forecast between overnight stays and weekend brunch, I figure our first year, with a conservative estimate, we could make $631,548 the first year. Overnight stays would account for $496,400, and weekend brunch would be $135,148. The Orlando average occupancy for all of those hotels that I mentioned earlier is about 80%. It's actually 80.2%. The national average is 69%. So we're right there with the rest of the city. Also, being conservative, I only estimate that we will have 50 brunch guests a day for 100 a weekend, 52 weeks a year. Here's an informal snapshot of 3 years' income. You can see we'll have the 631,548 the first year, but then there are $644,850 in expenses. The tax will be a wash. So I'll really only end up making $41,448 the first year. But then as sales grow and we pay down the liabilities, it'll start making a profit. I would intend on keeping my job and all of my benefits at the hospital and hopefully retiring off of Peninsula B&B one day. My management and personnel plan is as shown. I'll be the owner and will hire a good general manager. I'll still stay informed on the day-to-day operations, but I will not get in the way of my manager to lead the company to success. This person will be responsible for the day-to-day and oversee the servers, the kitchen supervisor, who will lead the cooks in the back of the house, and then our front desk staff. If ever there was a sick call or vacation or anything where any of these people were off, then myself or my family would fill in wherever we respectively could. I hope to pay people a living wage. So starting off for the entry level jobs, $15 an hour. That seems what everybody wants in this country, as well as benefits for everybody except for the servers. We're really counting on like late high school or college kids or retirees or someone who doesn't need the benefits, but all of the other employees would be benefits eligible. Wages account for $340,000 annually. You won't see a cleaning company on here. I chose to contract the cleaning service out because we may not need someone every day. My biggest investment by far will be the actual building and grounds at $750,000. Other large purchases will be the kitchen equipment, the commercial kitchen, and the furniture for all 5 bedrooms, the living and giant rooms, the kitchen, and the formal dining room, with seating up to 50. My major assumptions and milestones are that we will get to that 80% occupancy in our first year. My conservative estimate of brunch guests at the beginning, and then in the second year of the financial plan, you'll see that the estimated brunch guests double to 100 guests per day or 200 guests over the weekend. That will really help the bottom line. By the third year, we hope to reach that average occupancy for Orlando by the extra 0.20%. We assume to pay off the equipment in the second year and be able to pay off the building in the 7th year, which will also help the bottom line. I look forward to your questions and comments. Thank you.